Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Ronald Ray here, your boy with a cornbread accent. Welcome you folks to Wrestling Gold Friday night. Yes, we made it to another Friday. Thank goodness. Actually, got some good news today. I do not have to work tomorrow. Everybody's canceling out because they couldn't get what they needed to set everything up. So, hey, I get to have WrestleMania Friday or WrestleMania Saturday off. Thank goodness, because I got plenty to do. But anyway, yes, this is Wrestling Gold Friday night where we talk about the good old days of professional wrestling, back when wrestling was wrestling and wrestling was real. Because damn it, it's still real to us. Got a good show here today. Hopefully, I think everybody's got to say it, don't they? When they start a show, they got to say, "Hey, we got a great show for you." You watch it, it might be bad, it might be good, might be somewhere in between. But actually, pull up some obscure wrestling content for us today. It is international wrestling from, I believe, it was Toronto, Canada. This was not the Hart Family Stampede Wrestling one. I think it has Rick Martel, Tom Zink, Dan Crawford, and a few others on this one. I did not watch it all. I just skimmed through it, just basically like that. And and of course, I looked at the title too, that, who was on there, but should be pretty interesting stuff. Like I said, Canadian wrestling from 1986. Do we have any, I say, tech savvy people? Because when it pops up again, okay, it says encoding overloaded. Consider turning down video settings or using faster whatever. I kind of was trying that earlier and couldn't find where it was. But anyway, so yes, I am live in a living color. So if you're watching me on YouTube, the chat is open. If you're watching me on Facebook, the comments are open. So feel free to give me a comment, give me a chat, uh, give me your opinions. Or this is Wrestling Gold Friday night. We're talking about the good old days, share some memories of anything I talk about tonight. Maybe later on we'll ask questions, BS about wrestling, all that good stuff. Like Joe King here. Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up, Joe? See, easy as that. I will take a hello or what's up or how you doing or a kiss my ass. Yes, you can say ass. I think. Let me see. Yep, I'm still on Facebook after saying ass. But okay, if you do follow me on Facebook, as you can tell, I didn't have any shots of whiskey. If I had that many shots of whiskey, I had that many shots of whiskey, I'll be, hi, my name is Ralph, but obviously not. Uh, About to pop up for a few. Got to pick up Brandon's car from the auto place. Well, you got a phone? Take it with you. And I don't condone this. Keep the phone on, watch, but don't chat and drive on the phone. That's bad. That's like texting and driving. But anyway, so yeah, do that. Also, if you're on Facebook or if you're on YouTube, give me that thumbs up button if you're enjoying yourself, because that's all I want to do is let people have some fun. Talk about the good old days. How about any wrestling, really? Also, if you're not a subscriber to my YouTube channel, hey, go over to YouTube, click on that subscribe button. Also, hit that notification bell. I always forget about the notification bell. I'll have like a week where I remember it, then I forget. So yes, go and hit the subscribe button. It's free. You're not, having to pay anything. And hit the notification bell. Again, free. You ain't gotta do anything. And that way, when any of my new content becomes available, you will be notified so you can watch it anytime you want to. And if you're not watching this live, of course, uh, on Facebook, I think it'll stay up for, I think it's 30 days on Facebook or on YouTube. it's on there forever. So that's another good reason to check out my YouTube channel and subscribe to that. But hey, YouTube, if I got YouTube subscribers who are not uh, Facebook friends with me, go to Facebook, click me a friends request. And I will say, make sure you are uh, legit. No catfishing. Not going to fall for it. I might not be the sharpest knife in a drawer, but I'm not that dumb. Um, but yeah, hit me up with a friend's request, and I'll usually answer that. Like I said, if you're a legit person. Let's see. Other than that, yes, this is episode 52, Wrestling Gold Friday Night. I guess you can say it's officially 1 year old. 52 weeks. Yeah, 52 weeks. So got a lot of celebrating to do. Break it out or pour you a drink, whether it be beer, whiskey, tequila, having yourself a nice margarita or a nice tall glass of water on the rocks. Go ahead, turn them up, open them up. Let's salute to all the hardworking men and women who did the grind the week, got that paycheck. Uh, hopefully having a good WrestleMania weekend. Also, hey, cheers to all those folks who are working this weekend. You are appreciated as well. The ones who are, doing it, are delivering food, making food, packing groceries, stocking shelves, wherever you do. Uh, no one's looking down on you. You're doing what you can do. So you are appreciated as well. So here's to all the hardworking men and women out there. That's good. Anybody remember that movie Old School with uh, Luke Wilson, Will Ferrell, a few other people, and Will Ferrell's character played a guy named Frank, and he was like, "No, I can't," because the kids were trying to get him to drink from a keg. Said, "No, I can't. I just got married. I got stuff to do tomorrow. I got to go to Walmart or Home Depot. Blah blah blah." And he was like, "Okay, okay, I'll have one." So he took a drink of beer. It's like, "Oh my god! Once it hits your lips, this is so good. Give me another one." How no, no, no. Can't really think of any adventures or anything. Um, except for I feel like everybody was trying to hit me today. I've had anywhere from like little moped scooters trying to run me over to semi trucks trying to run me over today on the road. Like I said, I came home last night. Had to do a site in Brazelton. Then had to go to Duluth today, and back to Brazelton. So, if anybody drives in Gwinnett County, or it seems like the further 80 miles south you go towards Atlanta, the worse it gets. Hopefully, hopefully none of you people had to do too much of that today. But anyway, for those of you who do watch Wrestling Gold Friday, for those of you who's watching this for the first time, usually we start off with today in wrestling history, going through some of the events that happened on April 18th. Of course, this is April 18th, year of our Lord 2025. Oh, it's Easter weekend too. So, man, Easter weekend and WrestleMania weekend. God, some of you folks are going to be busy. Throw some eggs at the kids, and then, or what was I said today? Uh, one of my work friends call me today and we're chit chatting. But yeah, I gotta go hide eggs and stuff like that so the kids will go hunt for them. Oh, that's funny. I'm gonna hide the kids and let the chickens go find them. One of those, I guess, corny dad jokes, even though I'm not. Anyway, so we do start off with today in wrestling history. Let me pull up these notes here and get right to it. And boom. Today in 1970, Monster Rusumov, who is Andre the Giant, and Michael Nader defeated Great Kusatsu and Thunder Sugiyama. And sorry, it's like fuck you, okay, fuck you, fuck you, okay, Japan for the IWE Tag Team Championship. Uh, yes, this is when Andre was first making his rounds and uh pretty much a rookie. I mean, you see how young he is, and then he is there, or well, then or anyway, looks in pretty decent shape there before he discovered that he can drink lots of bottles of wine and lots of beers, and it would not affect him till, of course, of death. How many steaks does somebody say he would eat? Like 5 to 8 steaks. So yeah, dude could put it all the way. And of course, when you're 7'4", probably can. But yeah, so Monster Rusumov, who was Andre the Giant, and Michael Nador defeated Great Kusatsu and Thunder Sugiyama and Fuck You Okay Japan. That's just the way it sounds like. I'm just going with it. And whoops, sorry, that's the Great Kusatsu and Thunder Sugiyama. And this day in 1979, Liz Mart defeated Americo Rocca, not to be confused with Grande Americana. This is Americo Rocca. And uh, Capuica, Mexico for the Mexican National Middleweight Championship. All right, having some free today. I swear, only thing alcohol I had today. Not that I wouldn't. Uh, that would it wouldn't bother me to have a nice drink. All right. On this day in 1981, at the Mid South, we had some Mid South wrestling at the New Orleans Sportatorium with a attendance of 22,000 people. 1981, 22,000 people. This is one territory. I mean, it was a Superdome, New Orleans. This is one territory. Maybe, Louisiana, of course, Oklahoma, I think parts of Texas, drew 22,000 people. And here's the card. Coco Samoa defeated Larry Booker, who will become Moondog, or who will become Moondog's spot. He will replace Moondog King in the WWF shortly after this. King Cobra defeated Bull Ramos. Cowboy Lane defeated Lil Tokyo. Carl Fergie defeated Kelly Kinesi. Carl Fergie, of course, is a cousin to Jerry the King Lawler, and actually at one time wrestled as King Carl Fergie in Memphis. I don't know how many times he actually did that. I do remember around 86, 87 when I think he was part of the same stable as Brickhouse Brown, Big Bubba, uh, Goliath. Carl Fergie was on there, managed by Downtown Bruno. He called himself King Carl Fergie. I think he probably did in a few other places. Luke Graham defeated Golden Boy Chick Donovan. Chick Donovan, of course, a legend around here in Georgia. Dude wrestled for a long time. Wrestling again, Mid South. or Memphis, Tennessee, Georgia Championship Wrestling. Later on, uh, the Southern Independents like Georgia All Stars, Southern Championship Wrestling from Georgia. Did some work in WCW and the WWF. All right, then we had a tournament for the Mid South Tag Team Championship. The Grappler and the Super Destroyer, that's Lynn Denton and Scott Irwin, respectively, defeated Jimmy Garvin and Jake the Snake Roberts. Andre the Giant and the American Dream Dusty Rhodes defeated Alpha and Sika the Samoans. The Big Cat, Ernie Ladd, and Leroy Brown defeated Tony Charles and Don Diamond. If you can, not that familiar with Don Diamond, but if you're able to go on YouTube, you probably find some matches with Tony Charles. If you like that good technical wrestling, pretty much kind of ahead of his time at the time, check out some Tony Charles. The Freebirds defeated Buck Robley and Coco Samoa. Started listening to a little bit of a shoot interview with Buck Robley. Of course, he passed away a few years ago, but supposedly he was a pretty good booker. Depends on who you ask. Um, of course, I recently watched. Um, what's his name? Slipped my mind now. 1 second, I'll Google it. Eddie Mansfield. Eddie Mansfield. Sorry, not sure why it slipped my mind. Anyway, watched this year interview recently. Uh, it is on YouTube. Go check it out. Especially if you're familiar with his career or if you're another wrestler, I would love to hear your opinions on what Eddie Mansfield had to say. Basically, Eddie Mansfield, a lot of people know him from the 2020 uh, program. For him, Jim Wilson exposed the business. He actually did a blade, let John Stossel body slam him. Of course, uh, same John Stossel as David Schultz. He thought it was fake and got smacked. Um, I think that's where a lot of people know Eddie Mansfield, but Eddie Mansfield didn't grade Buck Robley's booking that high, but some people had. But I think he was the one who was the booker when JYD did the blinding angle in between the Freebirds and Junkyard Dog and Mid South. All right. Speaking of Junkyard Dog, Junkyard Dog and Captain Redneck Dick Murdoch, they drew a bye. Whoops, I think I messed up. Anyway, the Grappler and Super Destroyer defeated Dusty Rhodes and Andre the Giant. Junkyard Dog and Dick Murdoch defeated Ernie Ladd and Leroy Brown. Freebirds drew a bye. Junkyard Dog and Dick Murdoch wound up defeating the Freebirds. Uh, Grapplers drew a bye. Then the finals was the Grappler and Super Destroyer defeating Junkyard Dog and Dick Murdoch to win the Mid South Tag Team title. So, yeah, 20, like I said, 22,000 people. Man, that had a lot of talent on here. You had, of course, Andre Giant was probably the bigger draw. You had Dusty Rhodes, you had the Freebirds, you had Dog, you had Murdoch, um, a young Jimmy Garvin at the time. I think before he became Gorgeous Jimmy. 1981, I'm not sure. Maybe Jake Roberts was the Snake at the time. I don't remember. I don't know if he actually celebrated that, moniker yet or at the time. Um, Here on this date in 1990, some sad news here. Salvador Gory Guerrero passes away at the age of 69. Of course, Gory Guerrero was the father of uh, Mondo, Chavo, Hector, and Eddie Guerrero. Of course, we all know Eddie Guerrero. He's gone from us, and as well as uh, Chavo Guerrero, or a lot of you probably know him as Chavo Classic, the father of Chavo Guerrero Jr. Chavo Guerrero Jr. is doing pretty good for himself, though. He's doing, if there's anything involved in wrestling, he's pretty much the stunt coordinator, wrestling coordinator. A lot of those movies. I don't know if y'all remember the Glow TV show that was on Netflix. He was the wrestling choreographer in that. Also, Heels. He was at least one of the coordinators. I think Luke Cox was one. I don't remember. I think he also did the Iron Claw movie and possibly the Queen of the Ring movie as well. So yeah, doing quite well for himself. Kind of still involved in wrestling, if you want to call, um, being a coordinator in the wrestling shows in Hollywood. That, but anyway, on this date in 1991, Dan Hansen and Danny Spivey defeated Terry Gordy and Steve Williams to win the All Japan World Tag Team titles. Um, this was a loaded card too. I can't pronounce a lot of the names. But actually, another card that had Andre the Giant with Rusher Kimura and Mighty Ignu. They defeated Masafuchi, Haruko Egon, and Matashu Akuma. Doug Furnas and Dory Funk Jr. defeated Cactus Jack and Texas Terminator Hoss. Dynamite Kid and Johnny Smith defeated Ron Slinger and Tsuyoshi Kikuchi. Gosh, I'll butcher it. I would not be popular in Japan. The Southern Rockers, Rex King and Steve Dahl. Of course, Rex King and Steve Dahl will become Well Done, Timothy Well, and Stephen Dunn. But before that, they were the Southern Rockers who got their start in Portland, Oregon. I think they started teaming in Portland, Oregon. I think Oregon be scared, like, okay, we're cool, the Rockers, but I'm not sure about the southern part. I guess they were both from the south. So. Quite popular, I think they were. And last but not least, on this date in 1998, the legend himself, Mizuhiro Misawa, defeated Yun Akiyama to win the 1998 Champion Carnival. Uh, yeah, before, let's see, Misawa was probably the All Japan version of Chono and Buddha as far as being the main star of All Japan. Then he left All Japan to form his own company, Pro Wrestling Noah. Actually, passed away or died in the ring, but he was looking. He had another wrestler he was kind of grooming to be the new top star of Pro Wrestling Noah. That's what a lot of those people did, especially in Japan. When Inoki had new stars established enough, he stepped away. Baba kind of did the same thing. I think Masao was Baba's star, Giant Baba's star. But I guess some disagreements with uh, Giant Baba's wife. The office kind of got sideways, I guess, somehow. I don't know the total history of that. Uh, do you believe he started wrestling as Tiger Mask 2? Then he kinda bulked up, still did a few little high flying moves, but not as much, I say, with as the original Tiger Mask, but anyway, he became a pretty big star. And like I said, I think the match he was, in the, I forgot the guy's name, that he was kind of pushing to, uh, be the new top star in Noah because he was, trying to step away, but, uh, kinda hard to step away. We don't have a top star to kinda take your place. And these are people who own companies and stuff like that. I think some of them did a better job of stepping away than others. Talent, you do kinda understand, I guess, uh, but get a little brighter in here. But yeah, basically, top star like Okada wound up being a top star, but, dude was pretty talented. Not like I said, not too much the high flying, but snug suplexes, stuff like that. He was known for, but heck, one heck of a talent there. But yeah, that does it for this week's day in wrestling history. Uh, Anybody in the chat? Hey, let's chime on in, ask some questions, leave some comments, figure out what we can talk about. Stall a little bit of time here. What's everybody got cook? Is anybody grilling out for WrestleMania? How's some of you gonna shuffle that? I don't. Well, I guess I better ask. I'll know more tomorrow. Um, I'm not sure yet. Doing the WrestleMania live Sunday. I'll be here for the WrestleMania live. But Saturday's portion, I don't know if I'm gonna be here or somewhere else. I mean, like I said, I got so kind of put a reference on this. You know how a lot of you people, when you go on vacation, go out of town for vacation, got all this stuff to do to pack up and stuff like that before you go out of town. That's pretty much me every weekend. I gotta get the laundry done. I get packed up, things that make sure I got hotel and stuff like that. Of course, work related stuff like my daily paperwork, time in. This week will be expenses. Definitely got to turn those in because that's what helps uh helps fund my meal. Or I mean, I do get paid per diem and stuff like that as part of meals, but I turn that in, get reimbursed. Gas, I get reimbursed. So that takes care of a lot of things and taking a couple bills too. So I'm kind of stalling a little bit, not very bit with our watch along. Like I said, our watch along will be. But it is international wrestling. From what I see on the screen here, it was on the Toronto Television, CDTV, channel 57, cable channel 7. Oh wow, we're gonna get commercials. I already see we're gonna get commercials. This should be interesting. I don't think I'm gonna try to uh do the call call these numbers Canada type deal. But I will though, let's see. I do every Friday. We'll put that right there in the chat. put this right here in the chat. That way, uh, when I say ready, okay, I'll do a little countdown and we will, anyway, yeah, do a little countdown and everybody click the link there. Thank you, Rick A. Put a like on it. I'll, I'll subscribe to him. This video is up. He put up about 4 years ago. Gosh, I see he's got good many subscribers. This video alone got 18,000 views on it. So, oh, I'll look later, see if he's got anything else as far as wrestling.